Okay. Just gonna wait here a bit. Uh, okay, so guess I'll just start. But first of all, some quick explanation about what happened last time with the troubleshooting. Uh, Basically, Blender isn't backwards compatible. I was using 3.6, and so you can't, well, you can open 3.6 blend files in older versions, but you lose some of the data. And specifically in 2.3.6 to 2.8, you lose the vertex data, so things involving weight painting and maybe the shape keys. And so looked around trying to figure out if there's a way to convert a 3.6 file to a 2.8. Well, and it wasn't a easy solution online, at least. The way I fixed it, because uh, yeah, the way I fixed it. So I talked about doing it manually, repainting everything again by 2.8. But actually, what you can do is export the model as an FBX with all the modifiers turned off or removed, and then re-import it in the Blender version you want to open in, and then just copy and paste the newer version with the modifiers on over to the older Blender version with the imported mesh, and then just copy and paste the modifiers, and then you'll have the weight vertex data from the FBX and all of the modifiers from the copied over version. And doing it that way is uh, probably the most efficient way. And yeah, so I didn't need to repaint everything, so that was good. And yeah, also turned out that I didn't have 2.83 installed. I had 2.92, so I had to re-download it and install it. And I didn't want to repaint it again two more times. And yeah, thinking about it, repainting it every time I wanted to change versions wasn't efficient. So great that I found that method. I couldn't figure out why. So I tried doing that method last time on the stream, but it didn't work. Probably I had the wrong FBX settings, so the weights weren't being exported. But after trying it again after the stream, it worked. So that's how I got these weights to work. And yeah, so just to show that this is indeed Blender 2.83. In 2.83, apparently they have arrows here for the moving the modifiers up and down the stack instead of the drag and drop, and also basically the panel slightly different. So yes, this is actually 2.83, and I will be doing Chicky in 2.83 just to save time. Though the other projects are going to be in 3.6, and if I need to, I can just convert it to a 2.83. Although the other issue with converting is that I have to copy and paste the modifiers over. But anyways, back to doing Chicky stuff. So I think the eyes were already adjusted since last time, but I think the beak should be higher or can be higher. So I'll just push this back up, just making notes of where this bone should go. So roughly here, okay. And the face, just do just that. Okay, so that's oil, and I need to make Bekky now. I'll come back to fix anything if it needs to be fixed. And yeah, this is the template I copied over to copy and paste the modifiers. This doesn't have any weights, so I don't need this anymore. Okay. Double checking. Okay. Now for Bekky, Bekky is basically just Chicky, but with a different feather on the head and eyelashes. So I'm just gonna copy Chicky here and paste it in this new collection. Now, yeah, so the only two things that I need to do is basically just change the top part here and make eyelashes. It shouldn't be, well, I'm not gonna jinx myself. Okay, so let's start. Okay, there, and I want the feather to be at the top of her head. Okay, so she has two long feathers on her head. Okay, so that would mean, yeah. Well, okay, so yeah, I don't think I want to use a skin modifier this time. Well, actually, it doesn't matter. I'll use a skin modifier. It's easier, but I wanted the feather to be flat, but I could do that afterwards in this subdivision. Right, so I don't have the screencast key installed. I'm going to need to figure out how I did it the first time. Screencast keys, make a note somewhere to get that. So 8.3 or yeah, 2.83. Okay, that's a note. And okay, so I need two subdivisions. Okay, and okay, it's supposed to be curvy, but for the sake of animating it, it would better be straight. What's wrong with quail? Uh, yeah. So yeah. So this is quail right now. So what's wrong with him? Also, I fixed that thing. Not sure if you got the file. Well, okay. So, anyways, back to Bekky. Okay, so feather. I guess it's just a really long feather. So it's sort of, that would mean I need to make this come to a point at the end. Okay, a point, and other than that, it's more or less the same width throughout, except the front might be a bit thinner. Okay, now do I need this to be longer? Okay, if I need it longer, I can figure that on out. Okay. After I make the armature, actually I need more bones for the armature. Okay. Okay, I'll need to make joints on the feather, but for now I want to see if this is enough bones for rigging purposes. Okay, and why is this not moving? Okay, I have the wrong direction. Okay, so just to show you, so the issue with the stick thing is you can't really tell what direction your bone's rotated. If I go into octahedral, yeah, it's all pointing down. What I needed to do is actually rotate the other way, which I can do by hitting the switch direction here. And then I can turn it back to bones. And I can turn on auto IK. Okay, I think it's a bit short. And I also think, yeah, looks short. Okay, let me just see if I can pose it. How short, actually. Okay, it's probably, I'd say it needs to be 1.5 times longer. Just enough so it curls up. So, okay, I'm gonna have to remake. Well, I could stretch it, but I'd rather remake. Yeah, I'm just gonna remake the armature. And that would mean I don't need this for now. And need to stretch it a bit longer here. And evenly space this out. Okay. Um, yeah, I want two cuts. Okay. And create armature again. Pose. And I think I might need to switch direction again. Okay, I guess I didn't need to switch direction. Okay, what is happening? Why am I not doing anything here? Okay, so I do need to switch direction. I might have just not been switching all the bones. Okay, and auto IK. Okay, so that's messed up. Why is that messed up? Yeah, I'll repaint it afterwards. Okay, so I need to repaint this because it's being weird. Okay, that did something, but now it's all squiggly, and that isn't good. Also, I don't want it to be that thick. So what I need to do is apply this Okay. And okay. And I want to delete bottom half. And just so it's not like a flat plane and more feather-like, although it's yeah, okay, so I think yeah, just just a little bit, not too much. I want it to stick out a little bit so you can actually see it from the side. That looks more like a ribbon because otherwise you will actually see the ribbon. And then I need to adjust the position of the bone to be closer to the center of the feather. And now let's see if automatic weights, okay, looking better, but I would like it to be a bit more smooth. I am probably going to need to just uh, call smooth on every bone here. Yeah, I wonder if there's a shortcut. No, I guess there isn't a shortcut. Also, I don't think this is doing much. Well, if I mess this up, I can just recall the automatic weights, reapply the automatic weights. So I'm just going to smooth with step 5. Okay, and object mode to test it. Okay, yes, it's smoother now. And just pose it like so. Okay, and let's see if I need to do anything about the second feather. Okay, for the most part, it's the same feather, so I can just duplicate it. And it's just slightly on an angle and above or below. Well, since it's in the front, it's going to be above the first feather. Okay, so that's going to be Becky's feather. And now the eyelash. So eyelash is going to be a bit trickier because it's going to be a part of the eyelid. Yeah, let me just see if there's like a version of the eyelids. Okay, so yes, the eyelash is going to be on the eyelids. Okay, and the eyelashes are just 3 spikes. Okay, so I'm going to just draw 3 spikes, but first it has to be on the eyelid. Okay, so this is going to be a bit tricky because of the way the eyelids are rigged. Okay, Okay, eyelids. How to do the eyelids or the eyelashes. Also, is there like a bottom eyelash? No, just the top. Okay, three spikes on the eyelids. And that also means I have to fix or at least make the eyelids a bit better. Yeah, so this part is a bit awkward. And I can just see if this is good enough. Okay, this is doing something weird. Okay, so I forgot to do that. Okay, I'm going to need to fix this. Basically, one of the things that happened when I was transferring the converting the project to a 2.83 is that I had removed the mirror modifier. What that did was it deleted the right side, the weight painting on the right side, and so now it's yeah, if we applied it on most of the mesh, but I guess I missed the eyelids. So I'm going to need to redo that, which isn't too bad because I could just click, yeah, click, okay, lower eyelids. What is eyebrow? Lower eyelid, okay. Click, okay, so because the weight is 0, not, it's just not gonna do anything. Okay, so for some reason I could click this one, but I can't click the lower eyelids. So I will just have to have to manually create the new group. Okay, and that's how I fix the left and right issue. So that's clicking through. Okay, and eyelid. Okay, so that's going to be a bit awkward. Okay, I'm just thinking what to do about this. So either I draw directly on the eyelid, but that's going to cause some problems because for the eyelids to close properly, scaling and rotating is going to be involved, and that's going to mess up the shape of the eyelashes. So I guess the better way would be to make the eyelash a separate mesh and then have it just attached, somewhat attached to the eyelid and make a separate bone for the eyelash so that it doesn't inherit the scale. No, then the issue is that because it's not scaling, it won't fit the shape of the eyelids anymore. So I guess the most reasonable way would be to, well, okay, the easier way would be to just draw it on the draw it separately for the eyelids and just have it share the same bone. So I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna need to copy this part of the lid, and it's 3 spikes. Okay, so there's actually 2 ways of doing the eyelids, eyelashes. Uh, I guess I'm doing it the hard way, which is I'm gonna model them out, because what you can do with the eyelashes is just use textures instead, and just have an alpha channel on the texture, and then you can just draw 3. But then you would have to do some UV editing to get the eyelashes to align. The way I'm doing it right now is I just gonna draw the eyelashes. Okay, so okay, so controls for 8.3 is a bit different from 3.6. So instead of holding shift to snap, it's control to snap. Okay. And I guess I need a little solidify, but just let's make the middle and make the solidify small. And just so that it's actually covers the eyelid. Okay, thickness might need to be a bit higher. And it's looks kind of blocky, so I want it to be above the subdivision. And I'm gonna just have the eyelash clip into the eyelid. And now it's 3 spikes. Okay, so I need to delete this part. Okay, we need to turn this armature off, have it clip into the eyelid, and then I can delete this edge. The solidify will fix the thing with the hole in the mesh, and then I can delete this one. I want to delete this one. Okay, and I want to delete these 2. Okay, now drag it out. It also is not all the way into the eyelid. Okay. Now the eyelashes aren't sharp looking, they look kind of bulky, so to fix that I need to make them sharper, thinner. So I'm gonna need to add these for basically for our creasing. With the subdivision modifier on, it's going to be smooth. Yeah, I need to add creases to it to make it sharp, and adding this middle crease here will make it turn it into a spike, because otherwise it just looks like that. But if I have the middle, it spikes out. Also, this is going to be an issue here. Okay. Might not have been a good idea to have the subdivision there. I'm going to need to fix that. Yeah, okay, that's gonna, that's looking bad. Looking that down. Okay, so now this one is huge. I need to somehow squeeze, make them thinner. Yeah, a lot thinner. Okay, so basically I want to move edge slide it towards the middle line, the crease, the middle crease, and I need a vertex in the middle here so that at least part of the eyelashes still visible. Same thing here. Okay, so this is already all the way in, and I need to edge like these, this too. Okay, so this probably can't push it in. And one more here. And push this in, pull this out, adjust. Okay, I'm going to need to adjust shape. Okay, something's happening on this end. Okay, let me turn that off for a sec. Something, okay, something's happening here. Okay, losing my voice for some reason. Okay, closer, adjusting. This part is real rough. Hmm. Okay, I guess I have to push it in another way. Okay, the eyelashes don't look great. Uh, but first, okay, so yeah, they need to be closer together. That means I don't want this part closer together and to the left more. Okay, and the shape is messed up. I'll fix that. And okay, this is getting rough here. Need to actually see what I'm doing here. Okay, so I want three to be close together and a little bit out. Okay, I have I can't tell where the vertices are solidify on. Okay. Solidify the being on. Let's solidify off. Just need to get these vertices aligned. Okay, let's get it. Just trying to get them to be as close to the eyelid as possible. And okay, there. Trying to get it flush. And this is too far out. Okay, turning, solidify back on. This is too inwards. And we might as well add one more vertex here. Wait, that was not necessary. Actually, would just cutting it in half down here. Nope, doesn't help. Okay, so it's because of this crease, it's being really weird. Okay, the crease is making this a bit difficult. Okay, so I'm gonna just remove the crease. Okay, bring back the body. Okay, and the eyelids and everything need to be adjusted a little. Just flatten it a little bit. Okay, so this needs to be shorter. This needs to be shorter. That can be long. Probably needs to be thinner. See if I can do that with a knife. Okay, so yeah, I can make it thinner using the knife. And solidify. We're just adjusting the shape because it looks lumpy. Yeah, actually, just solidifying is gonna be helpful. I'm gonna manually solidify it. And manually solidify. That way I can get the subdivision to work. I want the N to be creased. And I want the shade smooth. Okay, so more or less this. Okay, and rigging it. It should still have, okay, so yeah, it still has the weight painting from my copy and pasted it. Yeah, okay, so that's gonna be a bit tricky to work with. Yeah, using just the bone is very difficult. And this is way too thick. Okay, this is going to be annoying. Using just the bone, it's not going to really cut it. Okay, so solidify. Choosing something really solid. It just needs to be thinner. I'll just remake it. Okay, remaking it would be tricky. Okay, so this isn't going great. This is too thick. It's because armature. Okay, just adjusting the thickness here. And let's see how it looks. Okay, turning the armature back on. Okay, a bit better, but still very rough. Okay, so this part is being a bit difficult. Yeah, these eyebrow bones are getting in the way. I'm trying to get a good alignment. Okay, so I think this is the alignment, and this eyebrow here. Okay, so this is about the best I can do with just a bone. I would need to use shape keys to make adjustments. Eyelashes are still weird, but can't really do much about that with the eyelids being the way it is. And let me see if there's anything else I'm missing. Okay, so I think something I can do to make this work better is to actually just don't have this section here. Just in case the previous options that I'll back it up and I can just do that. Okay, so this method basically, the eyelids have a bottom, has a thickness to it. So instead of making the eyelashes thick, you can just, well, basically there's like a black outline on the, for the eyelash. You can just color the bottom of the eyelids black instead. And this way it's a bit easier to control how the eyelids move. And technically, I could also just have three bones on the eyelashes too. And then that would control each of the rotation of the eyelid, so you can control if it's clipping through the head. Yeah, okay. So okay, that this way is a bit easier than the previous way to pose. Now, something else is off about this. Is it? No. Okay. Alt H, bring back bones. Is it scale? Okay, so I have this thing scaled. Okay, that's scaled. And I want it to be returned to normal. And yeah, it would be nice to have a bone to handle the eyelashes individually. But I guess for now it's fine. Okay, this eye is still weird. Oh, it's because I did this. Where is it? Something is off here. Okay, it's this thing. and adjust that. Okay, much better. Okay, so I think this is more or less Bekky. Uh, yeah, Bekky is basically just Chicky with these feathers and eyelashes. So not a lot to do, except the eyelashes were hard to get right because of the way the eyelids work. But yeah, this is more or less what she looks like. The eyelids need a bit more adjusting, but I should probably really use a bone to adjust them. Okay, let me just adjust it a little. And okay, so armature is messing up the orientation of everything. Okay, and just adjust. Okay, a little solidifier would help. With okay, we'll solidify. Have the eyelids. Okay, let's need to adjust the eyelashes a bit more. It should be down here. Okay, I'm going to need to adjust the eyelashes a bit more. And I'm going to need to play around with the eyelids a bit more too. Well, actually, can I do it here? No, I can't do this. Okay, better. Looks off, but better. Okay, so I think that's going to be it for today. I Yeah, still not a huge fan of the eyelashes, but it's just really hard to just work with bones only. Uh, yeah, I think Becky's done. Uh, she's just Chicky with a different feathers and head eyelashes. Eyelashes were actually pretty tricky because of the eyelids. Uh, yeah, probably should use Chickies for eyelashes and the eyelids in general, but yeah, this is how you would do it with phones, I guess. Gonna call it a day. I'm gonna upload this to the drive after the stream, and if it doesn't open, leave a comment and I'll look into it again. Should open since I'm in 2.83, but if anything goes wrong, put it in the comment. Okay. Signing off right